You are now the host.
Recording. I got it. Yay. So today I'll be sharing tools that are important to all of us as coaches so we can run our business wherever we're at, whether we're at home, whether we're outside, whether we're at a doctor's appointment, at the park with your kids. Things that seem very simplistic but have so much value to offer you as a coach and as someone who's really making this a business. And what I like is that they're all things that you can grow into, and they step up your game without you having to do or learn or be anything other than yourself at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share. And we'll start with social media and how we present ourselves, our business, our brand to our prospective customers. This is absolutely all about us, but we absolutely need to be putting, my computer likes to fall asleep. Putting our best selves forward, and it's the easiest to do with a graphic design that's already basically done for us. If you have amazing pictures of yourself, please use those. If you have an amazing picture of your kids doing something adorable and cute, or your dog adorable and cute, and you can make that into a compelling graphic that doesn't look cheesy, please use that over any stock photo at any time. But there's times when you can use a nice stock photo and still make it your own and not have anyone know any different. So these are all examples of things that I have made for myself for an example of a simple social media post. Which dress should I wear? Go find cute pictures and post about it. Just playing around with pictures of my kids. My coach announcements, I use this for everything. So Canva's great. You can make banners for your groups. I'll go up to my coach banner for my team. So every month I just update this instead of making a brand new calendar every month and having to deal with the crazy boxes. This is a tip that I'm going to give you guys. I just make a cover photo, and then it's loading. I have all these things open, so it might take a minute. Instead of making a standard calendar, oops, I know, I'm sorry. I just make a simple Facebook banner that Canva allows you to do, and I put all of the information for the month in the calendar photo cover, whatever. So, and that's just something I can quickly go in and just change the dates and change the promos and change what's coming up, but everything else stays the same. And boom, it's done in 5 minutes versus wrestling with PicMonkey and the calendar and trying to squeeze in tiny little font and centering it and driving crazy. So that's an example of something you can use, and it's there and ready to go. Now there's a new Canva app for iPhone. I'm not sure if it's there for Android yet, but it's actually faster to do that than to log into your PC and do it. I made this post on my phone in 3 seconds. I made a similar one, this one here, on here, and it took me so much longer because your PC, regardless of what you have, is slower than your phone. So the app, everything is free in the app. You don't have to pick and choose, like say this one here is free and this one you have to pay for. You're given like 15 options, and then I imported my own photo anyway with a split screen that I liked. And so the phone Canva app, definitely make sure you have that, because you can do anything with it and make it look professional. These are examples of things I've uploaded, and I'll just take this picture and swap it out. Boom, looks amazing. So that's Canva. If you guys have any questions about Canva, you can download everything. It goes into your download files on your computer. or directly to your phone pictures. But you download it as a JPEG, not as a PNG file. And it goes to your download folder on your PC, not in your pictures folder. In case you're looking for it like a crazy person like I did when I first started. Everyone good with Canva? Yes? I'm going to exit out of it to clear up CPU usage.
I love it.
Okay. Yeah, it's great. I prefer it over PicMonkey for the sole reason of it's so slow to use. And Canva just added the transparency background option. So instead of having to make something here, put it in PicMonkey, and then bring it back, you can create your own transparency here. So I'm going to get out of Canva to free up storage here. So next are Google Docs. Who uses Google Docs in any form as slides or Excel or as documents? Anyone? Okay. What do you use them for?
I have like every Google app that you can get, I think.
Yeah. It's great because you can switch back and forth between the slides and create documents, share documents, and have everything at your fingertips. So when someone says, like the mason jar thing, someone's like, oh, here's the template, grab it. I just saved it as a new Google Doc on my phone, and now it's here on my PC under my drive. I use it for slides when I do formal presentations for my mastermind group or whatever. So I'll have those presentations saved here. So I can just pull them up and be like, here we go. Let's talk about Facebook ads, or let's talk about dream boards, or whatever. They're all saved there, so I don't have to recreate anything. So Google Doc, similar to Evernote, I'll skip right over there now, is great because it saves everything in an easy to pull from place, I guess. Evernote's a little bit harder. Sorry. I don't know why my computer does that. It drives me crazy. But again, it's someplace where you can store a file, share it with your teammates, and pull information from really quick and easy. Evernote's not as self-explanatory, I find, as Google Docs, but there's certain things that it's nice for when you're doing a combined team effort with someone else, if you're making up a group post or something, or a group, and you want to share files back and forth. I like this feature better. Everyone good with Evernote? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's go. So Katie, I'm not sure if we have a team website. I know Anita has one. Do you have a team website?
We don't.
Okay. So this is mine. I think I gave Katie access to it. If not, we can talk about it, Katie. But basically,
Okay.
If you don't have one, Katie, just make sure everyone else knows to use Anita's. It's a great tool. It really is. And yeah. I know I spent a lot of time on mine, and I know Anita spent a ton of time on hers to give all of us the best information for success that has to do with your business in any circumstance. So
let me ask you, what did you do different on your Anita did on hers?
I don't know. I haven't looked at Anita's, honestly. I made mine first. So I have new coach information, like a Success Club SOS, inviting in scripts, how to run groups, getting your coaches started right, some training videos and team resources. And then, each of those has a different. So definitely use Anita's website, whatever. I made mine with WordPress and HostGator, and it's really easy to use. So,
Laura.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your team site.
Yeah.
Do you have a Beachbody or business website separate from your like page connected to it, separate from your Beachbody website?
So do I have like my own personal like blog or something like that?
Right.
I used to, but when I started grad school, I didn't have time for it. So I turned this into that site. Ugh. Sorry, guys. So I don't have my personal one set up yet. That's my next phase. But again, it's what you can manage, and I couldn't manage all of that in grad school. So I just shut it down. So I still have my domain name. It's just my name, aloracarrier.com. But I haven't done anything with it in a year and a half. So I send my coaches here, and then I just have my Beachbody one on my Facebook like page and Instagram. So the next item is Hootsuite. Do you guys all schedule out posts to some extent? Do you guys know about that? Everybody? Laura, do you? Yes or no? Yeah.
I know about it. I've attempted to do it a couple of times, but
I live for scheduling
that program.
Yeah, I live for it. There's a couple different options. When
you don't schedule your posts that go in your newsfeed, do you?
Every once in a while I do, like I did today for my lunchtime post because I didn't know where I would be. I had it ready to go on my phone, but I was like, I'm just going to schedule it, and that way I don't have to take a break from my kids and lunch and wherever we were at. So I did schedule my health or my HR thing. But normally I'll post to my like page or, my top groups. So I have on my dashboard, this is what this is called, my timeline, which is my Facebook feed, my Instagram, my like page, which is my same name, and then my messages from my like page. So I can act like, instead of going in and out of Facebook all day long, I can just sit and have this open, and I can comment and like and scroll through my own Facebook feed. I can scroll through my own Instagram and comment and like on things that people are interacting with me on. I can do the same thing here, and I can keep up with messages and talk to people here. I haven't done that recently, but if I was talking to Ashley or whatever, I could just click here and load all our messages and then reply to her right here. I don't have to go anywhere else but right here. So this is the paid version, which is like $10 a month or something, maybe even less than that. The free version, you only get 3 social media groups, if you will, that you can use. The paid version, you have unlimited, and you have all of this access as well. So it's nice. And you can add in different streams. So say you didn't want your like page or your Instagram on here, you just delete them and add a different stream that you want to look at. So it's nice. You can schedule posts, you can add pictures, you can add links and shrink them so it looks nicer when you post it. You can do weeks in advance. So when I do my Coach Basics, I schedule out everything every day at 8 a.m. So it's consistent. My people know when it's coming. I know that it's done, and I don't have to take a break from lunch to be like, ooh, I have to go grab my Evernote file and go and post day 21 or whatever. It's just done. Sorry. Any questions about Hootsuite? I know, Buffer is another option. My coach, Kristen, uses Buffer. It's just a personal preference. I think she has a Mac, and that's just easier for her to comprehend. It's too much, like I don't get it. I don't get Buffer, and I don't think she gets Hootsuite. So it's just personal preference. And there are other options. Like I said, Hootsuite and Buffer were available when I started. So this is what I chose, but there are more options out there now. You just have to literally make a post, be like, hey, who uses what for their scheduling app? And Hootsuite and Buffer will come up, as well as other options that are working for them. So that's what I would suggest before you just jump in with something, that's not Hootsuite or Buffer. See what other people like.
Laura, when you started using this,
Yep.
like whenever that was, and like you got the swing of it, and it started, becoming like, a natural, smooth situation. Have you found that you are not so triggered and tuned in to pretty much Facebook at all now? Or do you like purposefully separately go to Facebook to like do other stuff? Or, I mean, because obviously the timeline scrolling or whatever could distractions from it. Has this helped you?
I'm not one who gets distracted by the Facebook feed. Sorry. I think it's actually important that we do that because we're expecting other people to do that for our information and our content. So I want to be engaged with my followers. So I am always scrolling, liking, commenting on people's stuff all day long. This just means that my work at 8 a.m. or whenever I sit down and spend a half an hour and bust out my like page posts and my Instagram or whatever that's business oriented, my challenge groups, my free groups, my coach basics, everything is done. It takes no time. And then the rest of the day, all I can have to worry about is my personal page and my kids. It is a lifesaver and a time saver. And your content is better because you're thinking about it. It's organized. I can't show you. Well, I can kind of show you maybe. I have a sheet that tells me what my content needs to be on my like page every day for my 3 posts a day based on what I want my brand to represent. So those are the things that my followers on my like page can expect. So that makes it easier too. You're not thinking about like, oh, what should I be posting, and not be triple posting a fitness workout video, It breaks it up. That help?
I have a question. How much money do you put into your like page a month?
It varies between 50 and 150, depending on how hard I'm pushing for something.
Yeah.
So usually it's like $30 to $40 for a campaign, but I've been doing it a while, for a year now, and I've fine-tuned my target market. So I'm not just throwing money out, and I'm not going to spend more than it's worth to me. So if I can get 3 challengers, I can feel okay about spending $120 because it's paid for. And I have leads, right? So speaking of, we'll go to lead pages. I'm going to get out of Hootsuite here. If you're not using Wufoo or Jotform for a landing page for your customers, something other than drop your name below or email me here at, I would suggest using one of those forms so you can get customer information, or take a step up if you can afford $25 a month or something to get something like Lead Pages, which is a platform for you to create, like I just made this for all of my free challenges, for my Instagram paid posts, my sponsored posts. I needed a link to send my people who aren't my friends on Facebook, who aren't my really friends on Instagram but have seen my sponsored ad, to join now. It will take them to this page, and they simply opt in and are given the link to join my Facebook closed group. I don't have to do anything. They just show up there, and all I have to do is approve them, right? So it's loading. It takes the babysitting steps out of running your business. So this is the page they would see. Let me take you to the actual page. It's being slowish. Have fun. My husband's going golfing. So they would click here to join now, and it takes them right to my free challenge group, which has the photo already made up, everything for my next group that's starting on Monday. So that's kind of nice. But it can function, as a lot of different things. I don't know how to get out of this. Okay.
Is that a self-explanatory program website, or did you
Yeah, I can walk you through. Hold on, let me free up some more space here. So I'm done. I'll go here. Exit out. So I share my lead page with another coach to save on costs, and instead of having a basic one, I have like an annual pro membership, and it actually makes it cheaper for me, for both of us, to split it and have dual accounts, a sub account. So I chose another top coach on Anita's team to share this with. So say you wanted to make a lead page for your clean eating free group that you run every month, right? You go, sorry, my little screen's covering it, but you create new page. And it gives you pre-designed templates that you can choose from. There's hundreds, literally. It's loading, sorry. It's slowish to begin with. And how I choose mine are, I want ones that I know are high converting, which means they are desirable to look at, they're easy to use, and they've been successful for other people. So I automatically just go standard because it's built in. You don't have to think about it. You can choose drag and drop options, but I just do the basic ones and the highest converting. And you want to choose something that's relevant to what you're trying to accomplish. So you're not going to want a webinar page or anything like that. You're going to want something for this, like a squeeze page or an opt-in form or a giveaway page, something that's small, or one that counts down or something, like a country heat test group. I did one that has a countdown timer built in so that people know, like they get excited, like, oh my gosh, there's only 4 more days to register, versus just a blank picture of, country heat or something. So you just choose what you want, and then you can change the background images. You can change and add and hide different things. Honey, I'm on a meeting, buddy. I'll be there in a minute. You can come sit with me. I have a child who wants to watch a show. Hold on. Here. Go sit. Oh, technology is worse than best babysitter. So apparently I just picked this one to show you as an example. But you can add in as much detail or as little detail as you want on something like this. It's going to take forever to load, but I figure I can help someone by showing it to you. So for like a simple opt-in page, this is the one I'm showing you. But literally all you need to do is put in a background photo and a way to opt in. So this one here, you can change the background image. You can upload your own photos and select it, and it will go here. You can add in pictures of your clients and write in testimonials based on, what you're doing. Let's see. So this one is a long webinar. It tells you when it starts. You can type in whatever you want. You can hide anything. So say you don't want this section at all to be on yours. You just hide it. You can hide anything to make it what you want. So there's really nothing you can't do. You could take out this whole section and just have it start with this. If you want to get their attention, it starts in here. And what you're going to learn, what you can expect. And then claim your spot now. It gives you an opt-in box. And you can also customize all this. Like I always hide that. I always change the picture. I always change the wording so it's my own voice. I changed the font so it's prettier. So like I'll choose this logo, and just make it fun and personalize it, right? So that's what would happen there. And then you get an email saying so-and-so opted in, here's their information. It tells you what they opted in for, and then you can contact them. Or you can send them, let's see if there's another one. Click here to claim your spot. They can, I think, so there's integration settings. You can integrate it with just lead pages. I also have another program that I can use to integrate. You can use different email addresses, etc. Or you can, I wanted to show you the other example and not have it go to an opt-in. I wanted to do a direct link, but it's not going to let me show you how to do that on this specific template. So I'll close out of that. I'll show you an example of some of the ones I use that are higher conversion rates for me personally. There's also lead digits. So for my email list or my free meal plan, I have a text free meal plan to 44222, right? And they can text it and opt in. So I've had 10 people opt in for my free meal plan. And that gets me their information. It gets them on my email list, and they get a free meal plan just for opting in. And I don't have to do anything. I just make a post or an image that I can throw up in a social media post, or on my cover photo. You guys can see it there too, in the information. There's also one for program information. So when they opt in, they get directed to another one of my lead pages all about the challenge group and what they can expect in a challenge group opportunity. So I'll show you that one as my example. So I have had 400 people visit that, 150 people opt in, and so it tells you the conversion rate. And I haven't had to do anything but put that link out, right?
All right. So, okay. So let me just get this right. So you use your opt-in page or your landing page, and you can make as many as you want.
Yeah, for anything. You can have it be as specific, or I don't know what this is.
But for the same price every year, you can just make as many as you want.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So there's a video of like the 21-day fix that will come up here that you can embed any video. Anything that has a video container, you can embed any video. So I have a 21-day fix video here that they can watch and know what to expect. And these are the things that they're going to get. And if they're ready to get started, there's 3 different options for them to opt in. They can opt in and tell me they want to get started in a couple months. They can opt in and say, I want to be a coach and help other people. And those, I'll bring them to different links for my purposes in the back end. So it's really easy to get people, and this looks professional, right? Like this looks like, oh my gosh, she's running like a legit business or something. What happened? Oh honey, let me see. I got a boo-boo. Here. I'm not going to touch it. Sorry guys. Let me see. Oh, I think it's okay.
You're all good, babe.
So it just makes it look professional. So someone who I have no relationship to sees that I'm doing something that looks like a top coach, right? And I'm not a top coach. It makes it simple and easy, and they know what to expect, and I don't have to take time away from my kids to tell someone about the 21-day fix or what they can expect in a challenge group. It's all right there. I don't know what happened to my video thing. My person's gone. Oh.
Awesome.
There we go. Yeah, so it's really cool. And then, again, Instagram, social media, we have to have that presence. That's like our best tool between Facebook, Instagram. I'm lagging in Snapchat, but that's just because it's summer and I just can't do it well enough right now, so I'm not doing it.
And that's a really good point. If you can't do it well, don't do it.
Yeah. Like if you can only manage your Facebook personal profile, just do that. Like legitimately, just do that. None of us want you running around feeling overwhelmed by, oh my gosh, this person has a blog and they have a Facebook personal post page and a like page and Instagram and Snapchat and WhatsApp and all of this stuff, and they're doing it so well. That's their story. That's not necessarily going to be your story. So just pick what you can manage and how best to tell your story. And if for you that's Snapchat over Instagram, then do Snapchat over Instagram and rock it out, right? I'm just more of an Instagram person. So I've chosen to just keep going with that. And then in Instagram, you can promote posts as well. So I promoted this earlier and it's still going through, but you can promote posts directly now on Instagram versus doing an ad on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. So some things run better as an ad on Instagram than they run on Facebook because your target audience and your market is just different on Instagram and Facebook. So you can pick and choose how you want to do that. That's just an example. So
When you say that you're running an ad on Instagram, is it because you have that? Is it because of how you set it up through the lead page, or are you doing something different on Instagram that I don't know about?
So like this, it doesn't let me show you here on your iPhone or iPad or something. It will show you a little promote button. Now it's blue. You don't have to do anything special other than you'll have to link a payment account to your Instagram or your Facebook. It's done technically, I believe, through Facebook. So if you hit promote, it will take you to Facebook and then it will verify your Facebook account and then go back to Instagram. So I think you have to have maybe at least a Facebook like page account set up already for payment purposes, but I could be wrong. It could just be a regular one too that allows you to do that. I'm going to open up my Facebook now that we're done the other big energy sucking things on my computer. So I'm going to go to my ads manager. So right now I dropped my campaign costs for this month because I was spending money in other areas. So, but even at like $1 a day, I'm still getting people and engagement and people opting into my whatever I have going right now. I have someone who already like scheduled an appointment to talk to me tomorrow. Oh, that's another tool, Acuity scheduling. Schedule people, don't let them run your life. So if you're only available to talk to people from 2 to 5 p.m. 2 days a week, send them your scheduling link and they can pick a time to talk to you. So you're not at the drive-through with your kids at 5:30 and someone wants to talk to you. That's not going to work, right? So make business hours in Acuity scheduling and send your scheduling link. It's free. Send it to people and they can choose a time to talk to you. You get notified and then boom, it's done. And then you have their phone number, you have their email, and you can call them. That's an important one. I can't believe I almost forgot. It's been a huge lifesaver for me because I don't have to worry about when people want to talk. They can talk to me when I'm ready. And if it doesn't work for them, they'll pick a week, 3 weeks later, that's going to work for them. So with your Facebook ads, I'm just going to do a brief overview. Just make sure you know your target audience. If you don't know your target audience, don't run ads on Facebook. You need to know what you're talking, like you want to envision the person you want to work with as a customer, as a coach, and have audiences that are appropriate for that. You don't want your coach audience being invited to a challenge group opportunity necessarily. You don't want just who you want as customers to be invited to your coaching opportunity posts. You want to make sure you have a clear vision of those two different types of groups. And then you can broaden it for, say, a free challenge group. And you can title all of those audiences just like that as well. And you can have one for the United States, and you can have one for Canada as well, but don't mix United States and Canada together in the same targeted audience. Facebook doesn't like that. You'll get a bad algorithm with it. So this is my Instagram post I just started, so it does go through Facebook. But you also have the option to, I wonder if I can just create an ad real quick and show you. So I want to boost my posts. And continue. They've just changed this whole setup, so it's a little bit, so you can choose your placement first and your audience first now. It used to be like the third or fourth step. So you want to choose your audience. I'll just choose. So like for Country Heat, I made 2 different ones because I knew they were a little bit different than my current challenge group people, because they're more interested in maybe country music or certain bands or contra dancing, or you know what I mean? So I got really specific with that group, but I'm just going to choose challenge group, whatever. And then you can choose where you want it to be placed. Your mobile newsfeed, desktop, right column, Instagram, on all mobile devices, how much you want to spend, when you want the ad to run, and if you want to optimize it for delivery, Facebook will do that. You can choose times of the day when your ads run. So if you're working with stay-at-home moms, you're probably not going to run your ad from 11 o'clock at night to 9 a.m. in the morning, because they're going to be sleeping because their kids are sleeping. They're going to be awake during the day. Now, if you're targeting someone who's in college, they're going to be up later and they're going to be sleeping in later. And they're probably not even going to look at Facebook until their classes get done between, 1 p.m. and 8 p.m., right? So you can change the times of day and even the days of the week your ads run. And then once you choose this, then the next step is to choose an ad that you've already are running currently on your Facebook page, or you can create a new unscheduled post and then choose that to be your ad. So based on my audience, where I'm placing it, a budget of $11. My reach on Facebook right now for my bogus ad is up to 3,000 people a day. And on Instagram, it's 2,700. But my Instagram reach, even though it's lower, are higher quality people, and it's a smaller audience to pull from. And obviously these are estimates and stuff, but that's basically what Facebook's saying they're gonna throw at you every day. Does that make sense? Just a brief overview.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the ad stuff's hard. If you don't have money and you don't know your target audience, it's
Yeah, and so what I do is, if it's a new to me ad that I've just created, I run a 24-hour test on it on my target audience and my target times of day. So I'm not going to start my target ad at 8 a.m. ever, because I'm not going to get any traction on it until at least lunchtime. So I usually start them at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon and let it run for full 24 hours so I can see how much engagement it actually gets over time and when the peak times are. And I'll kill it, and then I'll reboost it just by adding more money, or if it works, or I can tweak it a little bit and then either do another 24-hour test or not do it at all. Like if it didn't get any interaction, I'm not going to run it because that's stupid. That's a waste of money. But if it got some, or if it got great interaction, I'll run it and throw, $40 over 4 days to get the audience I want. So
what do you try to keep your ad at, like per engagement, like under
20 cents?
20?
Yeah. And that's really good. Most of my ads, I get the little notification, your ads are running 80% lower than similar ads just like yours. So I'm like, pat on the back. But that just means that whatever my content is decent and I'm hitting my audience. So I know I haven't really tweaked my audiences too much because I get good engagement. And if it's running higher than 20 cents, I typically kill it. Just because it's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
So I think under 30 cents is good. The lower you can get, the better. So it's all your money. So spend it wisely. 20 cents for less per person per click. Any questions about any of the tools? Oh, sorry. Another tool, I'll show you the desktop option. It's actually for your phone. It's called Splashtop.
Oh, I don't know this one.
Yeah, so it looks funny on here, and it doesn't make any sense. I'll log in anyway, but essentially it's an app for your phone. You can get it through the App Store. It ties into your desktop, but I can remotely access my computer for free as long as I'm in my Wi-Fi range of my computer when it's on outside of my house. So I can be outside with my kids and working on my computer, right? So I can access all of my files that are on my computer that aren't on my phone. So my phone turns into my computer, and I can use my finger like the mouse and scroll up and down or whatever. And there's a paid version, which I upgraded to. It's $12 for the year, which is stupid. So I could be in Timbuktu and working on my computer.
That's awesome.
So,
but your computer has to be on. Is that what you said?
Yeah, your computer has to be on, or you have to be able to wake it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. So that was like next level stuff for me. I was like, oh my gosh, I can be outside sipping my coffee, and my kids can be playing in the yard, and I can be working on whatever.
It is on Android. It's not just iPhone, by the way.
I have it on my iPhone.
I'm just saying I don't have Apple at all. So.
Well, you might. It's not on Android.
No, it is. I'm saying. I'm letting you know. It is.
Oh, good.
Woohoo.
Good.
It says Splashtop 2 Remote Desktop.
Yep.
Is the name of it.
Exactly.
It's green and stuff.
Yep. It shows up green on my phone too. So you can have multiple devices. I can have it on I could add my iPad if I wanted to. So it's pretty cool. I think I can have multiple computers too if I wanted to.
That is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Best for last, right?
Thank you so much, Laura. I really, 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 really appreciate you getting on the call. And I learned a lot today.
Awesome. I'm glad. If you guys have any questions about any of those, just let me know, and I can send you more information or whatever. So,
thanks, Boo.
Thanks for having me.
And will you just send this call to me